everyone. I am finally back. It's, what is it, October 3rd. And I am in Mid-City. And I am at Masonic Cemetery No. 1. I just got permission to film. A lot of cemeteries are closed. I have been trying for the last 2 weeks to film because, as I promised, I would start up again in the fall. And I've been having a hard time finding cemeteries that will allow filming right now, or tours. Not really tours, but just anyone in that isn't like family. So there is a service here in about 45 minutes to an hour, so I'm not going to procrastinate. I don't want to get stuck again. I haven't been to the cemetery in quite a while, not since I lived up here in Mid-City. Don't really know the history of the cemetery. I wasn't preparing for come film this one. I was prepared to go film another one, but that one is closed apparently. So here we are. It's in the same neighborhood, and it has some interesting tombs. Across the street is Masonic Cemetery No. 2. Probably don't have to explain who would be buried here. Just gonna adjust this real quick. Let's see. I think that feels more natural. Okay. I don't really have much interesting stories to tell, except one evening, my wife and I were walking through the cemetery, and on a crypt up here somewhere, I don't remember specifically which one, we found a set of divining rods. It looks like maybe somebody just set them down and walked away. Maybe they were filming while divining, I don't know. Or maybe something scared them and they just abandoned their divining rods. That one is from 1894. So yeah, I still have those somewhere, I think. It was an interesting thing to find. I never found another pair. I have seen because I do love paranormal shows, so obviously I've seen paranormal researchers use divining rods to detect spirits, so I know that's a thing. I'm not saying that's what they were from, but I don't know what else it would be. Like, why would... They were definitely divining rods. They were brass rods with holders so that the rods could spin freely. So there was no mistaking what they were. I just couldn't tell you what somebody was using them for and why they left them. You see the compass there? That's cool. Let's see if we can get focus on that. Nope. Used to be able to get up on top of this, but probably was the last person to do that, because now it's blocked off. And now we're out of focus. There we go. See all the names, people that are entombed here. It says 1793. Is that accurate? That would be amazing. Good photo of that. If I can stand still. I am one shaky dude. I've always been that way. I don't know what it is. Alright, let's go this way. I wish there were more trees, like in the cemetery. Really the only ones you get are these oaks that are lining the perimeter. When you think Masonic Cemetery, right, you think, well, by far, for sure, you're going to have the most elaborate, amazing tombs at a Masonic Cemetery. And there are some magnificent things, like these pillars, but you don't see anything that rivals what you would find in Metairie Cemetery. Feels good to get out and film again. We had a cold snap in quotes. So, like, the high today is like in the 80s. It's been a cooler October than we are accustomed to. We got really lucky this year. Maybe it's our reward for all the hurricanes. Pretty. One thing I can definitely say about New Orleans is as you interact with more and more people, especially families that have been a part of the city for a long time, you start to realize how many societies, brotherhoods, sisterhoods, affiliations, like the city has, I don't know what the right word is. There's a undercurrent in New Orleans of these centuries old organizations, that many of which still exist today, and they have these rituals for identifying one another, which I've witnessed a couple of times. It's just really an interesting thing when you're here, and you quickly become amazed at how many times you're having a conversation with somebody and they know somebody else you know. It happens a lot. Tiny. And I've never experienced that in another city. Where so many people know so many other people that you know. I mean, New Orleans isn't small. It's smaller than it used to be pre-Katrina. I think it was already shrinking pre-Katrina. And certainly a lot of the families that lived here pre-Katrina are no longer here. They've moved away, or they're just gone. They've died off. And there's a lot of new residents. I'm one of them, my wife and I. But a lot of people moving here from up north and from Florida because it's cheaper. Well, they think it's cheaper. It's definitely cheaper than New York or out west. Anyway, getting off track. So even with all the new people that are living here in the city and fewer original residents, it's still an amazing dynamic that you run into people that know other people that you know. It's really bizarre. Never experienced it anywhere else I've lived. It has a very small town feel in that regard. That's an interesting tombstone. Go get a picture of that. I don't know how I missed that. We walked all the way around it. Union Lodge number 172. And is this Jewish Masons? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that symbol means at the top of the end of the triangle. That's really cool. Quote. Alright, let's get over here. I was also hoping, like, the first time we came to the Masonic Cemetery, I was like, oh man, there's going to be so much crazy imagery that I'm going to have to decipher. There really isn't much. That's Probably because partly they think of Masonics or Masons as this highly secretive, symbolic driven, symbol driven group, and all these conspiracy theories about how Masonic symbolism is hidden all over our cities and whatever. So that's part of it. The other part of it is there's really not much secretive to it. You have the compass, the ruler, you have the pyramids. There's really not much more here that I've never seen before. I don't know if there is anything else here I haven't seen before. Just kind of rambling now. Sorry. Just haven't filmed in so long. I really want to get into Oddfellows. I'm either gonna have to try to meet an Oddfellow. It's gonna happen. I've been in there twice. It's not impossible. This is the back side of that. Going all the way back to 1910. This is from though. I don't know if that's when they were interred. So, 1897. I didn't even notice that before. 1891. 1886, I think. I don't know. I'm gonna have to research that. I just don't know. I doubt that tomb is from 1793. Why would it be all the way out here? There wasn't much, like, that era of New Orleans was pretty much relegated down to the French Quarter. You can see this had a really cool, there was something there. That would have been really cool at one point. Some kind of two-headed eagle. Alright. People are starting to collect. I'm going to stop this real quick and start over. I'm going to wrap it up. I definitely don't want to disturb anyone. Especially Masons. I want to get on Mason's bad side. There's that. That's what that symbol was. It's like a two-headed eagle with a pyramid and a banner. That's something I'm not very familiar with. Squirrel. Closed forever. The light from our household is gone. A voice we loved is silent. Can't read the rest. Take a picture, maybe I can bring it out a little. Hey, squirrel. You're cool. Where are you going? Alright, let's back it up. Chasing you. $1874. That seems about right. He's a Grand Master. Very cool. Alright, folks. I think we should probably wrap up. People are arriving for the services. I definitely don't want to disturb anybody. It's pretty. Mount Murray Lodge. That's quite a crypt. Right? Red River Pilots Association. That's cool. Alright, folks, I'm going to wrap it up. I have the broken pedestal is symbolic. Life cut short, I believe. Over there, I don't know if you can see, is Masonic Cemetery No. 2. Not as interesting. Like, tomb-wise. Imagine, probably had significant individuals in New Orleans that were Masons might be buried here. Again, I did that research because I wasn't planning on coming here. So that will be in the post, hopefully. Alright, folks, that's going to be it. I hope you all have a great weekend. Happy to be back. Second season. Till the next one, take care.